Hi everyone, Ben here from Pixelportable. I hope you're well. And as you saw in the last video that I put out of the hard off in Thailand, one of the hard offs that I'd missed when I was in Japan because it didn't exist in Japan, I was in Thailand. But there was something really cool that I found in Bangkok, and I would love to share that with you right now. And that is a treasure trove of incredible items all in one place. And if you've got pockets deep enough, they can be yours too. And that place is 𝙋𝙬𝙍𝙍. Check out the selection here at 𝙋𝙬𝙍𝙍. This official Pokemon Center Silver Game Boy Color, something that's been on my bucket list forever, and it probably will always be on my bucket list because I'm never going to be able to afford one. They're quite pricey.
Oh my god!
Next to that is a 3rd anniversary Game Boy Color. That's something I've never seen before, and another thing that I would love. DMDs. There's a Pokemon movie here in the actual player. As you can see here, an amazing collection of Nintendo Switch games. Something I've been pooling together myself, Switch titles, because I realized a few months back there was a leak that the Switch 2 would in fact be backwards compatible, and I saw that as an opportunity to actually play through some cheap Switch games that had caught my attention, and I'd be able to play them on the new hardware, whatever that will entail. But they even stocked PS5 games. Like this, there was no discrimination on age for these games. There was the latest games, it was the old games. Everything was there, really eclectic. There was this stunning shelf of just Zelda products. Like that itself was a collection piece, just looking through all the history of Zelda games and seeing all the cartridges. Oh, if you collect amiibos, there is a collection of amiibos here too. Of course there is. Why wouldn't they be? There's most everything in this tiny space, and yeah, have a look. Looking for a bunch of the SNES stuff, and I spotted Dreamcast VMUs. You've got some Dreamcast VMUs here, and you've got a baby pink one that I've never seen before. Baby pink VMU. Now I knew about the black one, I knew about the white one, I knew about a couple of the promo ones, but I've never seen this baby pink one. Now, if you've been to Super Potato in Japan, especially the one in Tokyo, you've more than likely seen the kiosk booth of the original Game Boy, and that is a sight to behold, and it's beautiful, and I would love one. But not only did 𝙋𝙬𝙍𝙍 have one of those, because of course it did, it also had the Sega Mega Drive display cabinet thing as well next to it. So here's some footage of that. But what? This place is so small. Why is there so much in here? Oh, don't worry. They didn't just stop there. Here's a literal human vulture for scale, but here is a virtual boy stand as well. These things must be like rocking horse shit. They must just not exist, because I didn't even know it was a thing, let alone seeing one myself for the first time. Mind blow. Just these 3 things in one place. I managed to come face to face with an old demon of mine, which is that a few years ago, just before the pandemic, I sold a big bunch of my retro games. This is before I actually got back into retro gaming. One of those games was Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn on the Wii. Just try not to cry. Try not to remember that you sold this just before the pandemic because you were desperate for money. Just try not to cry. Try not to think about it. Just think about something else. Which I loved. I sold it. I think I sold it for like 60 or 70 pounds. It's now worth more. And I had one of those thrust in my face in the display cabinet, and it reminded me of a time gone by. And then just casually in one of the shelves is a Pip-Pin Power PC, a Turbo Graphics, and above that a Mega PC, the Mega Drive Amstrad Mega PC. Just there. These are things that I never saw in any of the hard offs, by the way. And obviously the cherry on top of the cake is just a casual Olympus Triniton CRT on the top, which is just beautiful. It's there to just show footage of games playing. It's not even, being used by anyone. It's just there to say, hey, look at me, I'm a really nice CRT, just doing CRT things. Do you have £277 burning in your pocket? Well, if you do, here you go. It's a boxed brand new PSP Go, something I'm missing from my collection, but I'm not willing to pay out for a box one. I'll just get a normal unit but a lot less than that. But yeah, so cool. So cool to see one and just feel it. And that's the thing. You've got to remember, every single thing you see in here is purchasable. I don't know about the display stands, but everything else, and I don't know about the CRTs, but yeah, every game you see, every little console you see, it's all purchasable. If your pockets are deep enough, it's yours. It's all in one place as well. One of the most expensive games I picked up when I was in Japan was a copy of the DS game Metal Max 3. It's a Japan-only game, and it's quite rare, and it's quite expensive. But I managed to get one for a reasonable-ish price, but it was still probably the most expensive DS game I brought out there. However, of course, 𝙋𝙊𝙍𝙍 sees my game, and it raises me and goes, hey, but do you have the big box version? So here's the big box version. Here's the big box version I don't own, because I didn't even know existed until now. So there you go. Big box version of Metal Max 3 comes with a CD and some other stuff. I bet it's amazing. If you have this, please comment in the description how much you enjoyed it and how much you paid for it, because I bet it's expensive. Hey, we found a second copy of this, which I realized I haven't actually released a video where I unboxed this. So I made an unboxing video that I never released, and it was me unboxing this. I didn't release it because it just didn't feel good enough, really. But it's this, and this is a Game Boy Advance game that comes with a model tank, and this was the only one I ever saw in Japan. I saw the game loose, but no box, and especially no box with a tank in. 𝙋𝙊𝙍𝙍 has one, and doesn't even have the sun bleed on the plastic film on the front that mine has. So of course they have a better quality one as well. But yeah, that's the second time I've ever seen one. So here's footage of that. Here's me being impressed that another one of them exists in the wild. So we have a whole lot of treasures here. Fantastic. While searching for boxes of Game Boy Color stuff, I found this 3DS Taekwondo Tatsujin drum controller adaptation thing for the 3DS. I've never seen that before. That was really cool. Yeah, I nearly picked that up. I was close, but I don't play the game enough to warrant the money. You like GameCube games? Yeah, they got those. Tons of GameCube games. GameCube games in English, GameCube games in Japanese, but also TV tuner for the DS. Now I have one of these, but not this one, so it impressed me. Look at it. Have you seen so many boxed consoles? A ton of Wii games. And there's mixed languages between English and Japanese. We have Street Fighter Alpha Max 3 here, or 1,900 baht for the PSP, so good game. We have the Olympus eye track here. Check this out. $1,500 baht from Japan. Final Fantasy Type 0, but in the cool special edition box wrapper. That's nice. Very cool. We've got Game Boy players. How much for a Game Boy player? 5,800. But they have one in like every color. So if you've got a model Game Boy and you want a Game Boy player, they've got 2 orange, 2 black, and a purple. Go crazy. Whole bunch of handhelds here, but more importantly, if you look at that Game Gear, it's got an LCD screen mod adaptation on it as well, which makes the Game Gear way more playable. I was looking through there was a bunch of Game Boy games that I couldn't work out because they were all side-on and some of the actual game names were hidden. But whilst I was looking at that, I realized there was a TurboGrafx GT portable. There's a PC Engine GT there, 15,000 baht. But that is a rare thing. Pulling you 4am laundry here. We've got a big collection of Nintendo 64 stuff. I know you're interested in this. That's nice. It comes with a special. Oh, there's just so much. I'm gonna just pull out so you can see. There's a lot of stuff. All the Saturn stuff here as well. Oh, time to say it, everybody. Sing along with me. Don't panic. Seaman. Do you like Sega? Here's some Sega. The Sonic Spinball. You love to see it. As you can see, quite the collection in here across all fronts. This is a tour de force of retro gaming collections. And whether it's you're looking at the Super Famicom stuff, which by the way we found something we need. We actually need this copy of Bomberman 1 to finish our Bomberman collection. We're just not so sure on the price. Basically want £50. I mean, it's fine, people can charge what they want, but it's whether or not we can afford it. It's one of my favourite games of all time, and they have it new and complete. Oh, it's so tempting. I don't even know the prices, but when it comes to Sacred Stones, I've got a weakness. I didn't buy the Sacred Stones. There's a Pokemon Stadium, Nintendo 64. Pokemon Stadium, Nintendo 64 battle set. What is that? It's crazy. 59,000 baht.
Oh my God!
And we've got the limited edition orange boxed Nintendo 64 next to that. This place is crazy. I love it. Super Punch Out. Signed glove. What? Oh, okay, fair enough. Fair enough then. It's so cool though, it's a signed little Mac glove. It's the multi-format HR Triniton. Insane model. This is a Crystal Chronicles Special Edition GameCube set. Found a bunch of loose Game Boy games. I got really excited, but they were literally all the chaff items that you see in almost every hard off. You know, it's the Tamagotchis, it's the Pokemon the card game, the original one. It's the Yu-Gi-Oh games, the 1 to 4 or 5 even, those Game Boy games. It's just the same items you would see in almost every hard off's junk section. But still, if you've never seen them before or you're not going to Japan, that's a way to get hold of them. We found some loose Game Boy games. It looks like it's mostly the hard off reject pile. Boxed Hanshin Tigers GameCube in 2003. It's just so rare. And there it is, just on the shelf. You got the money, pick it up, buy it. It's yours. We have a Hanshin Tigers GameCube here with Game Boy Player. That is incredible. So we've got a Godzilla VMU here for the Dreamcast, and then just to the side, it's just a casual Papa Rapper the Rapper vinyl killer. I didn't even know there was a Godzilla VMU. Definitely didn't know about the Papa Rapper the Rapper bus. I can't cope. It's too crazy. Oh. Don't worry, it's just the nicest condition Astro Boy Game Boy Light I've ever seen in my life. Do you know how much these things go for?
Oh my God! Oh my God!
There it is. Resident Evil Gaiden. Here we see Resident Evil Gaiden, which is a Game Boy game that I will probably never own. I'm the only person I actually do know a real human that owns it, in box in fact, and that is GARLIPS, speedrunner and streamer. I'll have a link to his channel in the... I've got one. I've got an X-Zone 2. Yeah, there it is. Whoa. And I didn't buy it from there. No, got it from Japan. Got it quite cheap too, which is good. I don't own an iPhone, but I would probably buy one if I owned the Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes iDroid case for it, because that is so cool. And yeah, that's another thing that I didn't even know I wanted until I saw one in person, and I thought, damn, that's pretty cool. It's just everywhere you look, there's something incredibly rare.
Oh my God!
Yeah, your eyes aren't deceiving you. That is a Nintendo GameCube, the thematic one with Pokemon XD Gales of Darkness, which is expensive. It's an expensive game. And that concludes all the footage from inside 𝙋𝙓𝙀𝙑. 𝙋𝙓𝙀𝙑 is a tiny, tiny shop, but it has an enormous amount to offer. And if you are a serious collector with serious collector money, which is something I don't have, then you should definitely check it out. If you're in Thailand, if you're in Bangkok, you should definitely go check it out, because there's things there that you just don't see. Now, I suppose the elephant in the room here is the prices, right? Some of the prices are extreme, but here's the thing you have to remember. Thailand doesn't have a big retro scene, so there aren't as many collectors of the products. And there aren't many places in which you can buy retro games, so competition is low. Then you have to factor in that some of these games came from the West and some came from Japan. Neither is exactly close to Thailand. You know, it's a few hours flight to Japan, and it's, 10 plus hours flight to go to like the US or to Europe. So importing these games is expensive. Another thing to mention, as you might have seen through the footage when I was making comparisons to things that I own, not only does this person have an amazing collection of very, very rare and expensive games and consoles, but they're also all in very, very good condition. These aren't the kind of beat up things that I'm used to picking up from hard offs, because I'm there for a bargain. I'm not there for necessarily the highest quality items. And as a result, some of my items are a bit more beat up, but theirs are pristine. So if you're a collector and you're the type of person who has shelves all around your house, and you have, Perspex box games, and you want the most pristine versions of things, and you're looking for something rare, and you happen to be in Bangkok, Thailand, you should definitely go check 𝙋𝙓𝙀𝙑 out and see if there's anything there that you want, and maybe you can strike a deal with the owner and get something that you're after. But I wanted to share that before I went back to my usual content, because I'm now back in the UK, as you can tell by the fact that I'm in the studio and I'm not sat in an upstairs bedroom like I was in the last video, which I'll place here. Feel free to go check out, where I check out one of Thailand's hard offs. There aren't many. There's about 3. I didn't realize it until after I made the video, and I thought there was only 1. But yes, there's like 3 or 4. I think it's 3 actually. Yeah, go check that out. And I hope you've enjoyed looking through all this insane content in such a tiny shop. The location of that shop I will put in a Google Maps pin into the description. And yeah, go be nice customers if you're interested in that sort of thing, and you happen to be in Bangkok, Thailand. Go check it out. And if nothing more than just to physically see some crazy retro gaming history. You don't have to buy anything. You can just go there and treat it as a museum, because it's kind of like that. Luxury museum. I've been Ben at pixelportable. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.